Brainiac returns. A new ally will be added to the game, and also the cross-faction grouping system that people have been asking for. Let's talk about it. Hello heroes and villains, welcome to Multiverse. Some of you guys were asking when we'll get the next patrol. Also, basically the next patrol was announced for the month of July, and July is almost behind us, and some of you guys were getting pretty worried, but never fear, the Brainiac Returns is here. So we will get the next patrol next Tuesday, and of course, as we already knew, the next patrol will be Brainiac Returns. And I can already hear you ask, but Multiverse, what new rewards will we get with the Brainiac Returns patrol? We will get a brand new Superboy ally. People have been asking also when will we get the next ally? And now we know it will be the reward for the Brainiac Returns patrol. So if we take a look at our friend Superboy, so we can see the compatibility will be Heat Vision Sweep. But also, you probably can notice it has been renamed a signature ability. So we no longer are going to have compatibilities, we're going to have signature abilities. You'll see why in just a minute. Basically, they are making some changes to the ally system. The first passive ability that our friend will have is Rebel Rage. So when you get your health changed 3 times, you will gain some might and precision buffs. The second ability is Crypto's Aid. So using a supply drop will call down Crypto to help you in battle. Also, it will grant you some sort of defense buff. So enough stalling, let us summon our friend Superboy. And you can see it is the newer model of the character that we have.
Cool it already. Sheesh.
Also, you will notice that he does remain at our side for much longer. Basically, they are making a whole bunch of changes to the ally system. I will take a look at that in just a minute. And of course, we will also take a look at our friend Superboy in battle. We will also try out the Crypto ability in battle. If you love summoning your friend the Crypto, you will probably do the happy dance a bit later in the video. Also, as you can see, Superboy does stay at our side much longer. It is something they will do for all the allies in the long term. There are some allies where it was ridiculous, like for example the Cyborg ally. When Cyborg would get into battle, it would leave so quickly that it was barely a few frames. If you blinked, you could literally miss it. So let us summon our friend Superboy in battle.
You're toast.
So here you can see your friend Superboy using his Heat Vision Sweep ability, which obviously seems to be inspired by what we saw in the trailers. There's Superman who uses a similar ability in the trailers for the Superman movie. So it seems they've decided to use that for our friend Superboy. And again, notice that Superboy does stay much longer. And here you saw he did use some sort of telekinetic ability. So he does stay with us much longer, and he does fight at our side. Again, when the allies were first announced, people foolishly thought that we would have an ally that would fight by our side forever, kind of like the robot sidekick or something like that. Not quite what happened. But here it would seem that they're trying at the release to course correct, at least a little bit. So summoning the allies will have a much bigger impact than it did before. Sadly, there's a drawback to that. We'll talk about that a little bit later. And now let us try out the ability where we can summon our friend Crypto using the passive ability for our friend, from our friend Superboy. So you saw using the supply drop did summon our friend Crypto, and now Crypto is jumping into battle. And again, same as our friend Superboy, you will notice that Crypto does last much longer in battle than he used to. Crypto used to be the best single target ally in the game, but now with all the changes that they're making to the ally system, that remains to be seen if that will still be true after those changes. But you'll notice that our friend Crypto still seems to be attacking only one target. So I guess despite the changes, he seems to remain a... Oh, actually, my pants are on fire. We just saw him attack multiple targets. So I thought he might remain a single target ally, but I guess that's not exactly the case. And I can already hear you ask, but Multiverse, what if we already are using the Crypto Ally? Well, the good news is that you can summon 2 Cryptos in battle if you want to. So you could decide to summon both Cryptos at the same time. You could decide to summon one Crypto, wait for that Crypto to leave, and then summon the other Crypto so that you always have one Crypto with you. The choice is yours. So they will make changes not only to Crypto, but to all the allies over time. So for the first batch of allies, hang on to your butts. They are going to make changes to Batman, Black Adam, Blue Beetle, Calculator Bot, Cyborg, Future Lex Luthor, General Zod, House of Legend Bot, John Constantine, John Stewart, Crypto, Nubia, Oracle Bot, Professor Zoom, Shazam, Static, Superman, T-Cole, The Flash, and Wonder Woman. So these are the first batch of allies that will get changed thanks to that new system. Now, when will they make the changes to the rest of the allies? Sadly, at this point, we don't know. Sadly, all those changes will come at a price. Basically, some of the allies, like the Crypto Ally, the House of Legend bots, these allies will be upgraded to be legendary allies, same as the other legendary allies. So they will no longer be 5-star allies. You will be able to upgrade them all the way up to 10-star allies. Sadly, the bad news is that it will become super expensive to upgrade the Crypto Ally. One of the great things about the Crypto Ally is that you could get an ally for very cheap for your alternate characters. Sadly, that will no longer be the case. You will have to upgrade the Crypto Ally to rank 10, like any other legendary ally. So sadly, if you were using the Crypto Ally for your alternate characters because it was an ally that was really cheap to upgrade, that will no longer be the case. Also, another change that is coming up is the cross-faction grouping. It is something that was highly requested, and now it's almost here. If you were there at Live at 5 yesterday, you may have noticed that next to the name of our characters, when we did group together, we had a V next to our name. And when we tried to invite heroes to the group, it did say that they did not qualify for cross-faction grouping just yet. But it would seem that next Tuesday, cross-faction grouping will be activated, and now heroes and villains will be able to group together and fight the forces of evil. Yeah, it's a bit sad that the evil villains have to pretty much act like heroes and fight other villains. Sadly, that's the direction that DC Universe Online is taking right now. Actually, they've been taking that direction for quite some time, at least since the Birds of Prey DLC. Come to think of it, at least since the Earth 3 DLC. So it's something that's been in the work for quite some time, and now finally we will be able to group with evil villains if we want to. Now, if you play as a hero on PlayStation, that probably doesn't mean much to you, but if you play as an evil villain on Switch, and even worse, on Switch on a European server, there's probably not that many players on the Switch right now, so being able to group with heroes will probably be a big help for evil villains on Switch. Actually, from what I understand, it will probably be a big help for heroes on Switch as well. So there we go, guys. So the next patrol is almost here, and it will give us a brand new ally once we do complete the patrol. And of course, we will get the first phase of the ally revamp, and we will get also the cross-faction grouping. So we will get all of that next Tuesday. Sadly, there will probably be some sort of downtime on Tuesday. Usually when we do get an update, especially a big one like this one, yeah, there's probably going to be some downtime on Tuesday. I guess we're going to have to wait and find out.